Before we get to today's show, I wanted to share a quick reminder that being financially organized is one of the biggest factors in building wealth. Want to be a millionaire? It's not going to happen if you're not organized with your money. So, how can you get organized? Well, our favorite app is Empower. It's free, allows you to connect your banks and brokers, and it gives you daily income and expense updates. Ready to try it out? You can sign up at thecollegeinvestor.com/empowermoney. Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. We are so glad you're here today. Here's the article we're dealing with. Ninth Circuit rejects Education Department's bid to delay loan forgiveness. We'll get to it in just a second. Anytime you hear a podcast on the show, you can always see the article with resources and links at thecollegeinvestor.com and dive deep. You can also follow and like and click all the buttons on socials. Type in the words The College Investor. You'll find us wherever you are. So the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit unanimously rejected the Department of Education's appeal to delay student loan relief for more than 170K borrowers under the Sweet versus McMahon borrower defense settlement, affirming the district court's ruling on July 17th. The judges found the department failed to show the changed circumstances legally required to modify a settlement it agreed to in 2022, different administration, by the way, and said the agency knew exactly what it was signing up for. Here's why it matters. The Sweet settlement is one of the largest government settlements in the history of the United States, securing at least $23 billion in federal student loan relief for more than 500,000 borrowers who said their schools, mostly for-profit schools, misled or defrauded them. This ruling covers the group of post-class applicants who filed borrower defense claims between the settlement's execution in June 22 and its final approval in November 22. The department missed the deadlines to decide those applications, and under the settlement's terms, it now owes relief to more than 170,000 of them. It's important to say different administration because this is not a right or left issue. But here's what the court said. The Department of Education argued the unexpectedly large number of post-class applicants counted as a changed circumstance justifying more time to process the forgiveness. The panel didn't buy it. Pointing to the record, the department knew there were roughly 179,000 post-class applicants when it jointly asked the court to approve the settlement in September of 22. Different people running the department, though. By February of 23, it knew the group totaled more than 205,000 people, and it raised no objection until its motion to modify the settlement roughly 3 years later. The panel quoted the Supreme Court's standard for modifying settlements. Ordinarily, modification should not be granted where a party relies upon events that actually were anticipated at the time it entered into a decree. The court also rejected the department's argument based on Trump versus CASA, the 2025 Supreme Court decision limiting universal injunctions, noting the department voluntarily undertook settlement obligations that expressly covered post-class applicants. Wow, that's a lot, but here's how we got here. Earlier this year, the district court refused to extend the deadline for deciding post-class applications involving schools on the settlement's Exhibit C list and allowed only a limited extension to April 15th of 26 for applications involving other schools. The Ninth Circuit denied the department's request for a stay in March of 26. And now, both deadlines are gone. In a statement, Eileen Connor, who's the president and executive director of the Project on Predatory Student Lending, said this, quote, "Once again, the courts have rejected the department's attempts to evade its obligations to borrowers who have waited far too long for the relief they are owed." End quote. What's going to happen next? Let's take a look. The department must now deliver relief, including full loan discharges to post-class borrowers whose applications weren't decided on time. It's like, department, you failed, so just pony up the dough, right? It could still seek review by the full Ninth Circuit or the Supreme Court even, but it's lost at every stage of the dispute so far, so. Sorry, bureaucracies, am I right? Borrowers who aren't covered by this Sweet settlement may still qualify for other student loan forgiveness programs, including borrower defense, public service loan forgiveness, and of course, income-driven repayment forgiveness. connecting the dots for you, then we'll wrap up for today. We previously covered the 200,000 borrowers awaiting this ruling, with an estimated $12 billion in relief at stake for the post-class group. This is massive. The decision is the latest in a string of accountability wins for borrowers harmed by their schools, with similar relief such as the Navient settlement checks that arrived earlier this year for a separate group of misled borrowers. Borrowers who believe their school defrauded them can learn how the borrower defense process works and leverage our student loan debt resources, cover repayment, and relief options while applications are pending. Find those links and a whole lot more at thecollegeinvestor.com. Type in the words Borrower Defense Program. You're going to find it. You can also like, follow, and all the things on socials. Type in The College Investor. You'll find us there. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.